Welcome, my beautiful Cancers. This is your March 2024 reading. This is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, always. Many of you are intuitively guided, so always it's for you too. Some of you are in love with the Cancer, whether it be platonically or romantically. I feel like you want to be open to receiving messages yourself. I feel like if you're guided or you're here checking up on Cancer's energy for whatever reason, your guides know that and they'll give you messages also. So just be open to that. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into your reading, guys. So we're going to use three different decks. Of course, we're going to use Mother Mary for our her words of wisdom. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot to go deeper. And I was going to use a different deck for you, um, because I've been using the Cozy Witch Tarot for since I've gotten it was like what I think January. I've been using it a lot, but I love how it's reading. So it just called out for me for you. So we're going to use the Cozy Witch Tarot. All right, but we're going to start with Mother Mary. And I'm going to bring the lid down a little bit more. There we go. Give them a cut or two, or a shuffle or two. Everything is always pre-shuffled before you come into the room. But I like to shuffle it once you're here. All right. Let's give them a cut. Well, hello. There's your cards. Okay. We have home. Home. I trust and follow my guidance about my home. And then we have truth. Truth, such an important element. Truth. I am lovingly honest with myself and others. So, home and truth. And we'll read it from the book at the end of the reading. It's just where the words are most profound, but it will let us know throughout the reading why home and truth are both here. All right, let's go ahead and give the Cozy Witch a couple of shuffles. I might be going live tonight, by the way. If not tonight, then tomorrow night. So if you're interested in that, and that just means when I go live, for those who don't know, I just I go live and answer any of your burning questions. And they're pretty in depth. I'm not the fastest. Well, I say I'm not the fastest reader, but that's with purpose. Because I like to go in depth. So they're pretty in depth. So you do need patience. You know what I mean? But I do try to get as many questions as I can. So that's either going to be tonight or tomorrow night. All right. That aside, I also have the membership program. All that information's right below. And I feel like I need to start putting out there. I think this year may be the last year that I'm going to do personal readings. So I would say that if you're interested in a reading, again, it may not be till the end of the year, but I do book ahead and then I just feel like I'm going to take a year off after that from personal readings. I'll still do YouTube and everything. Um, so I just want to let everybody know that. Um, yeah, I just get this feeling that for a while, I don't know. I just feel like yeah, it's just like calling to me. So, anyways, well, hello, Cancer. We'll take it. The Ace of Pentacles as your very first card. What's it say? Well, I can't even read that. It says, wow, what an abundant opportunity. The Ace of Pentacles comes into your life. It's a seed. And if we nurture this seed, it's really abundant. Now, if we do nothing with it, then it kind of dries up and dies. But look at the opportunity right off the bat for you. Okay, don't forget to also check out your year in review. I did January, February, and March. I'm breaking them down. So by the end of March, you'll have April, May, and June. And then, yeah, I'm breaking them down into 3 months. I just feel like it's easier. So don't forget about them also. All right. With the Nine of Swords. Okay. It's a lot of worry. What's to say? We all get a bit carried away with our worries sometimes. We have the King of Pentacles, can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We have the Four of Pentacles. Feels like this pentacle's coming right to your home. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Feels like it's an opportunity to grow something. Maybe, well, number one, your pentacles, but also I feel like it's an opportunity to like maybe grow a business, begin a business. What beautiful energy if you're working from home. The only thing is this Nine of Swords. Well, let's look underneath it. We have the King of Cups. So I don't know if it's the King of Cups or the King of Pentacles. Something's got you in this worried state. Um, but it's interesting because at this moment, I'm not really sure why. And I do want to say, what you want to be careful about in the Nine of Swords energy because the message is it's unnecessary worry. And it means that I'm worrying about things that I can't control anyway. So, Divine says, well, then hand it over to us, what you cannot control, and just control what you can. So, the reason why I'm saying that is because I don't want you to manifest from that energy. Or another way of saying that is here comes this ace, right? This ace is truly meant to expand your world. And for some of you, it's like an opportunity to maybe grow a business, begin a business, and it could certainly be from home. Looks like she's got tarot cards in her hand. Interesting. Looks like she's got tarot cards in her hand. So for some of you, maybe that's what you do or what you will be doing. And then I feel like what you have to do here is trust in yourself. Sometimes we worry that we don't know everything there is to know as it relates to starting a business. But when the Ace of Pentacles shows up, you're going to learn as you go. And maybe that's exactly the way it's meant to be. Eight of Pentacles says if you take this ace and you put your head down and you get busy with it, you're going to find success. Okay, let's keep going. See, I want to know why these two kings are here also. One of these kings may be offering this pentacle. Interesting. So what's connecting these kings is the Five of Swords. How interesting. So someone's got toxic energy. You can't be right all the time. Well, that sounds like maybe the King of Pentacles, like something I might say to the King of Pentacles. You can't be right all the time. And it's interesting because I feel like I'm out doing something else. I'm out doing something else, and then this ace shows up. Maybe it's through a phone call, like through, because she's got her cell phone in her hand. At least it looks like a cell phone. She's out in nature. Even though this is talking about toxic energy, I feel like in this energy, this is when the Ace of Pentacles comes in. So I feel like it's not only to help you expand your financial world, but maybe even change something that's not working in your life. I'm not sure what yet, but I know someone's energy is not the same as yours. Five is about a change. And I feel like the words, like, you can't be right all the time. For some of you, that's going to ring out and tell you exactly who that is. Like who who in my life just always has to be right. That's kind of a little bit of a narcissistic type energy. All right, we have the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Action, Queen of Fire, and she's marrying this Eight of Pentacles. I feel like, and what does it say? What does it say? Replace your self doubt with self confidence. Replace your self doubt. That's the Nine of Swords with self confidence. Now, I do read you as all people unless I feel it differently. I feel like those who are here right now, I do feel like you are the Queen of Wands because I feel like what it's saying is, get prepared to take action. And again, replacing that self doubt with self-confidence. And sometimes maybe I just need to start moving into the energy to understand that, hey, I'm pretty good at this. You know what I mean? And then we have the Empress. Beautiful. So the Empress is always like she's always like, okay, how do I want to say this? Like, how do you know someone's the Empress? She always has new ideas. Like this is someone who's like, oh, I just had an epiphany. You know what I mean? Like I think when I talk to my daughter, like we always talk about like all these different ideas and, and then bringing them to the table type of thing. So that's what the Empress would do. Um, you know, we all receive signs. That's our spiritual team's job, right? We weren't just thrown down here into this earth, into this lifetime with no guidance. We have our intuition, which is our GPS, and then our guides sending us signs to help us, really live the life that we want to live. Three is the energy of joy. It's also about keeping one's heart open, staying loving and nurturing, not allowing worry to get in front of your opportunities. This Empress will take this ace and she'll create a palace from it if that's what she wants. This is the mother figure. Some of you could be a single mom working from home or the opportunity to do that. I mean, that feels good to me. I don't know about you, but to me, that feels very good. Hmm. So I feel like, who's the perfect person to receive that Ace of Pentacles? The Empress. And I feel like because we have the Nine of Swords, that unnecessary worry, but then we have the Queen of Wands who's literally saying to you, replace your self-doubt with self-confidence. Take these ideas, these epiphanies that maybe you don't think like, I don't know, at least write them down because I feel like you're going to be using them or you'll have the opportunity. I feel like you just have to really trust in yourself. I do want to figure out who these kings are. Maybe one of these kings, and I'm saying king, it could be a queen, but, it could be someone who told you, feels like lies, like, you won't, like, if you do what you want to do, you won't amount to anything. Well, that's not true. It's just not true because it's showing quite the opposite. So don't allow other people's negative thoughts to take up space in your heart or in your mind. Trust yourself because this ace is for you and it's telling me that you can more than handle this ace. All right, let's look at the bottom of the deck. Six of Cups. Six of Cups. Give yourself the compassion you were never given. I like that explanation. Give yourself the passion you were never given. Under that, we have the Four of Cups, discontentment, boredom in one's life. But they are being offered a cup in the Four of Cups and they're being asked to use their spiritual discernment. Another thing we have to learn to do and to trust. It takes a lot of the fear away. You know what I mean? And also, I feel like if we think about like this ace, you know, it is there to really help you. And I do feel like you're going to use it and you're going to grow it to abundance. I do feel that. But I do feel like I need to clear my mind of those negative thoughts or people who may tell me negative things, where I stop trusting in myself. And maybe that person is going to go or has already gone. Or if they haven't already gone, maybe I'm thinking about letting them go. Or maybe I'm just going to show them what a success I can be. Right? I don't need you to believe in me. I need to believe in myself. All right. That was you speaking to them. All right, let's bring the Gilded around. Let's go deeper. And let's look at these kings. You know, the one thing I want to say with the King of Cups, this could also talk about, I feel like King Cups is going to be a couple different things, but I do feel like this may be really an opportunity to create or to continue creating, and I feel to success. But it also can represent something that you will truly love. So I'll work hard at it, but I'll love it, but I love it while I do it at the same time. Those who don't believe in me can take an exit. All right, let's start at the beginning. So we're going to look at the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. But we are reading it as a whole. So it's just a whole story, is what I mean. Hello, Chariot. Holy cow. Cancer. First of all, this is your major arcana. It's coming right over the Ace of Pentacles. So, what does the Chariot speak about? I feel like a Chariot is a reward for finding balance within oneself. You know, in the Chariot's energy, especially with the Empress, I know that it is my intentions that move this Chariot. And this really is unlimited energy. Like how far can I, like, how successful can I be? Well, there's no limit. It depends what you do and how, that depends on you. But it feels like the universe is supplying you the way. Some of you may be buying a new car. Doesn't have to be brand new, but new to you. Look at that. And then we have the Seven of Swords over the Nine of Swords. So now we know why there's worry. Seven of Swords it really is untrustworthy energy. They call it the thief in the night. This is someone who definitely takes more than they need. And a lot of times it stems from their own lack mentality. You know, I often picture this person as like growing up and like there wasn't a lot of food. We didn't have a lot of money, and so like I had to grab the food, and maybe I took more of my fair share, um, because I worried there wasn't going to be anything to replace it, but I still took more. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't thinking about my brothers and my sisters. I was thinking about my belly. Hmm. All right, let's keep going. And I do want to say with the Five of Swords here, and now the Seven of Swords over the Nine of Swords, I do feel like either you're thinking about eclipsing someone out of your life, or you already have. All right, we have the Three of Pentacles. You're getting a lot of Pentacles, which I think is good. You have the World. This is the next chapter. How interesting. You have the World mirroring the Chariot. Two very powerful energies. The World. It means that if you take this idea, these epiphanies that you've had, and now the universe is helping you to bring them to life. You're opening up the next chapter of your life. And it may be so different because of these swords. It may just look so different than what it was. I don't feel, or at least I don't know why, if there's someone who's just been feeding you negative energy. I don't know why you would take them into the next chapter. Because I feel like if it's a financial thing, I feel like I won't have to, because I feel like you're going to be able to make your own money, and I feel like you're going to be very successful as long as I don't allow these negative thoughts or negative opinions to affect me or take them on as my own. And I don't think you do. I mean, I feel like for a time period you did, but I don't feel that anymore, because I feel like the chariot's saying, no, you found that balance within yourself. The chariot is the balance of the feminine and the masculine within ourselves, the light and the dark. And it's understanding that we have all that. I just have to learn to balance it. Another thing about the chariot is it is your intentions that tell the chariot where to go, not the reins of the horse. The horses aren't taking you. I mean, they're your mode of transportation, so to speak, but it is your intentions that tells them where to go. Well, hello, Two of Cups. Hello, lover. This is Soulmate. I just love this image. They're looking eye to eye. Over the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting. Under the Chariot. Sometimes we do need to change our lives to find, or let me put it a different way. You know, Sometimes I do have to draw a line in the sand. And if you're not of a certain vibration, don't cross that line. But those of a higher vibration, as I feel you are, please cross that line. I like this coming over an 8, because I feel like there's no doubt it's this year. Now, is it love? It doesn't have to be, because remember, soulmates can be a friend, uh, a family member. I mean, soulmates can be anyone. Could be someone who's coming in, maybe offering an opportunity. And listen, maybe it comes in as an opportunity, and then I do feel like you're building from that ace, first and foremost. And I feel like you have the opportunity to build it for true success for yourself, first and foremost. And then I feel enters the Two of Cups. And it's interesting that the King of Pentacles has the Three of Pentacles over it, because the Three of Pentacles to me talks about your uniqueness and what it is you do in the world. And it is about other people appreciating that. It's recognition and reward. And I often feel, especially coming over a pentacle, the King of Pentacles, it's also a recognition of one's soul. So it makes sense to me that the soulmates would come out, because I have a feeling it's this king who, is interesting. Maybe this king caused all this worry, was untrustworthy, probably told you lies, especially about yourself, didn't build you up, probably put you down. And that could be a karmic relationship, or it could be free will. But now I feel like, who knows? Like, I feel like not only are we improving our financial situation, but I feel like we're improving Love. I do feel like it's love, but not with just any old person, though. And then you have the Nine of Swords with the Seven of Swords over it. And I feel like if this is talking about someone new who's coming in, even if I already know them, we do have the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So it could be someone you know, but this would be someone you would have happy memories about, not someone who, you know, not this person. All right, well, let's keep going. Look how everything just split up. All right. We have, okay, so this King of Cups is the culprit of negative energy. Now, I'm saying King of Cups, doesn't have to be. It may just talk about love. This is the energy of fighting, but nobody really backing down. It turns into a lot of ego. And I feel like I get this feeling like I questioned this person about their truth. Remember Mother Mary, truth. So I question them and I never get a straight answer. But I feel like in your soul of souls, it's like Now, I'm not saying this person's cheating, but I do feel like this person's no longer good for you. I do feel like this person has probably held you back. But, we do have to take accountability. We allowed that to happen at the same time. However, there's lessons to be learned from that. All right, what do we have next? Look at this. The Four of Wands coming under the King of Pentacles. And then look what's coming right next to the Four of Wands, the King of Pentacles. So let's talk about this before we take these cards. Well, no, let's take them because I can see the Eight of Cups. And I feel like that's exactly what the energy was calling for. And then we have the Four of Cups. If we just look at this line that started with the Nine of Swords, had the King of Cups underneath it. Now, can be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but I don't, it could be. But I feel like really what it's talking about is potentially the way someone loved you or maybe did not. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there's a lot of ego here, a lot of fighting. I feel like you are or you were completely unsatisfied in this situation. But what's happening here in the Four of Cups? Because Four of Cups is discontentment and boredom in one's life. There's a cup being offered to this person. You can see it. It's coming from like the hand of God. And it asks you to use your spiritual discernment whether you're going to say yay or nay. But what comes right before it? The Eight of Cups. So I feel like this is saying, and by the way, 2 8s, 88. I feel like this is saying that for many of you, you have had a good hard look within your emotional life, within your emotional house. And, you were looking for emotional clarity. Sometimes we can't get the answers of why was this person so bad to me. It probably isn't you. It's just probably who they are. And what I mean by that is they were probably bad to the person before, and they'll probably be bad to the person after. You know what I mean? But that's for them because you're heading to new horizons if you allow yourself. So the Eight of Cups is so important because it means I'm not dragging emotional energy forward with me. So someone didn't love you the way you deserve to be loved. Um, but that doesn't mean that there isn't someone who can't We just have to remember that because then you have the Four of Wands. So maybe I was married to that person, but maybe there was a break because now this King of Cups is now connected to this Four of Wands right here and right here with the Three of Pentacles right above it. So I do feel like this is someone, your soulmate, a soulmate, who recognizes your soul. And not just that, I feel like as you move into whatever this Ace of Pentacles is going to mean for you, and I do feel for many of you, it's like a business. I feel like, it's almost like this king appreciates that before. And again, that maybe this king is offering this opportunity, and this opportunity may turn into love. And that love may turn into marriage or commitment. But first, I have to deal with this. And for those of you who have already dealt with it, I want to say congratulations. It's very powerful. Because this is definitely feels like the dark night of the soul. But when you come out the other end, take a moment and just congratulate yourself. You know what I mean? Like getting over this hard time, getting over this bad love, and not putting it in my head that that's what all love is like. The Empress knows it's not. The Empress knows that, again, these people in the Seven of Swords, like, it's hard to say to take it personally, but it just feels like energy that will just continue on, but it'll just continue on with whoever follows. Okay. Queen of Cups. Hello. This is you. You're looking out to the future. Interesting. Five of Swords. Why? Why would you be looking at that Five of Swords? Well, maybe because it's mirroring the Eight of Cups. So maybe you really have taken a hard look at things, people, energy that just felt like it was holding you back. It was causing you to live an unsatisfied life. And remember, when there's fives, it speaks about change, but it's you that needs to change it. So let's look at the Five of Wands. How do I change that? Well, on the Five of Wands, nobody wants to back down. Again, it's the energy of like, I'm right, you're wrong. But that's just them saying that. So how do I change that? Well, I'm the one who's got to back down. And I feel like it doesn't mean submission. It means I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to get pulled into your drama anymore. I don't need you to tell me if you're being honest. I already know you're not. I trust my own intuition over your words. And this is not how I pictured my life. And it's like the universe is hearing you and saying, he is ready. All right. What do I want to look at? And the King of Pentacles is coming right over the Empress also. And I do feel like you are the Empress, male or female, by the way. So let's talk about the King of Pentacles for a second, because it doesn't have to be an earth sign. But it would tell me, especially because look at this, I just realized that the King of Pentacles is mirroring the Two of Cups. So it's almost like there's no question in my mind now. But does it have to be an earth sign? That's what I'm saying. No. Because, and you know why I'm saying that? Because we all carry all energy, like we're all connected. So, anyways, this person feels like night and day from this person. This person would be grounded. I feel like this person would have their shit together. Like I wouldn't need to borrow money off of you. Maybe this person did. Um, I feel like, they spent their time making sure that their foundation was strong. Now, listen, they may have been through this energy themselves with someone else, but they're not showing as in like I still need to clear that. To me, they're showing already that like that energy has already been cleared. This king is right next to the marriage card or a true commitment, let's say, and you're right underneath it. And I wouldn't be surprised if through conversation you find out that you both were dealing with like a narcissistic type energy in the past. Now, you may already know this person. I don't want to like just not think about the Six of Cups because there it is. So to me, that is like happy memories about someone. Could be from your childhood, could be from, your young adulthood. But I do feel like this person is about love. However, I feel like first and foremost, if I'm still in this energy where I'm in the Nine of Swords, all this worry over whether someone can be honest, even though I have a feeling I already know. And then I also feel full drama, almost like they cause drama. Like I ask a question, like, where were you last night? And all of a sudden, like they change the subject and it's drama filled. Why? Well, they're trying not to answer that question. But I feel like you've had enough of that. I know you've had enough. And I feel like many of you have already cleared that energy. But I do feel like we are starting at the ace. So that Ace of Pentacles feels like not only is it an opportunity, again, for some of you, it's a beautiful opportunity of working from home. Again, she's got tarot cards in her hands. So for some of you, that may be, you maybe have a channel. And maybe it's time to really put your effort into it because I feel like whatever effort you put into that pentacle, it's going to grow tenfold. This is the year, by the way, Universal Year 8. It really does speak about your material world. And it is an opportunity to build it up. And it may come through change first, but it comes. So not only does the ace come, but also the soulmate and the world, the next chapter. I feel like one king is being eclipsed out or already has been. And I feel like the other king is who's entering. But I feel like you're ready. Because let's remember the Empress is loving and nurturing. Like she doesn't allow these people of the Seven of Swords. Now, listen, first, I probably had to get some emotional clarity. The Empress isn't perfect. But she probably did have to get this emotional clarity. I had to understand that this person's energy, again, feels very narcissistic. There was nothing I could do to change it, and I can't put it on me. It's them. I cannot put it on me. So she remains loving and nurturing, but she is nobody's fool. She's someone who really has learned to trust her own energy as a measurement of if something is good for me or something, like let's take this ace. Is it going to expand my world or is it going to deplete my world? I can feel the energy of it. Well, the chariot says, oh, it's going to expand your world. Okay. I think what I want to do is just to go right across the middle. You know, what I want to remind you guys, first of all, before I do that, Three of Pentacles, I want to also speak about that for a second because I do feel like many of you are receiving this pentacle from divine, and again, it can come in like ideas, epiphanies, or it can be an actual like opportunity, like a phone call. Something is coming your way. Again, it's truly meant to enhance your world. Three of Pentacles talks about your uniqueness. So I say this all the time, but even if a million other people do what I do, no one does it quite like you. Doesn't mean I'm better than. It just means trust in your own way, trust in yourself. Because I feel like it's almost like this king has been watching what you're doing and admiring it. And maybe, again, maybe it is this king is like, wow, I've been watching and I like what I see. And then I'm going to take the next step. Okay. Anyways, um, I know I was going to say something. Look at this. Five of Wands in reverse. Right across the middle. Goodbye, drama. Goodbye, drama. Hello, love. Goodbye, drama. Oh, it's a Seven of Wands. Like, no need to see. It's interesting because I feel like I question someone about their honesty, and then they turn around and use that and put me in a defensive mode. Like all of a sudden, it's like I have to answer the questions. I feel like you realize that, and you're like, no, maybe I've done this for a few years or longer, but no longer. We have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups has actually made it into the spread now. Or on the spread, we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a reminder. First of all, nine is about reflection, but it is about final reflection. I don't want to get lost in just reflecting and like it's about final reflection, but it's a message to you to remind yourself of how much you have grown. I feel a person in the Nine of Wands is really a spirit warrior because I have been through it, but I've come out the other end and there's new growth on this wand. Final reflection. Telling myself, look at you. You were able to get away from this very heavy type energy. You know yourself now. In the Nine of Wands, you definitely know yourself. You know your own responsibility within your life because that is something I have to look at, right? I got to know my responsibility. And sometimes I feel like it's just simply that we stay longer than we need to. But it's not to judge, right? Because we stay as long as we need to. But when we're ready for change, it's nice to take a moment just to look back and be like, look at me, especially if I got away from this narcissistic type energy. Like, look at me. Being proud of yourself. You wouldn't be the person you are today without the experiences that you've gone through. And especially the difficult ones. And coming out the other end. There's always a way. That's kind of what the universe is saying to you. All right, one more time. Justice. Okay. Cutting ties. That's it. That's the end. Adios. And it's interesting because when justice is not balanced, it means that we're not living a balanced life. And that's difficult. It's not until we find balance through like the chariot that we start to realize all that we can be. I feel like as soon as I cut ties with certain someone, it's like the scale automatically rebalances itself. Justice is about making you whole again. It's what's fair and just in your world. And but it does talk about the cutting of ties. And I feel like I don't even need to go any further than that because I feel like those who know what ties need to be cut, no. Card of Libra also, though. I do want to put that out there. It's almost like the broom of the cozy witch needs to come out. Out with the old, in with the new. Because this is a lot of new energy. But first, we've got to deal with this old energy. Cancer, I feel like anyone who tells you you're not worthy of love or that you couldn't be great in really any type of business, especially helping others, that's like your soul. Like your soul just, I feel like it makes you feel alive. So maybe you're eventually or are already helping to guide others. And I just have a feeling, I don't know, this king could be someone who's offering an opportunity, but I have a feeling it may be someone who, first of all, they're going to appreciate what you do, no doubt about it. Like they're the opposite of the other person who is like, oh, you're no good, you suck, like you'll never make it, you'll never amount to anything. But the universe right away is like shutting their mouth. But then you got to say, watch me, but watch me from afar. I'm out of here. So the Ace of Pentacles is coming in. We have an Ace of Cups coming in. Makes sense that the soulmates would be here. For some of you, it can certainly be someone you already know. And you know why? Because again, I get this feeling like there's someone who's admiring you. So it could be on your social media. Because I feel like I may not even live around this person. But listen, I feel like the universe will find a way if it's meant to be. And it does kind of feel, doesn't have to be, but it does kind of feel meant to be. Because again, the king is mirroring the two of cups. And you're down here discontent anyway. And then a cup comes in. First, the ace comes in. So first it's about you creating. Doing what you will with that ace, but remembering that it really has unlimited potential. The only limit on the chariot is the limits that we put upon it. Our human mind. That's what the Nine of Swords is. Our human mind. Fear is meant to just let you know, should I, what's that saying, flight or fight? Here I feel like flight. Like gain wings and fly away, or allow them to fly away. And then just watch what happens. I feel like that's really what it's about. Just watch the potential of what happens then. Again, I need to know my own part. I need to know me. And the more I understand me, and the more I recognize how I have grown. And don't look back with regret, like, how did I end up with you? That's life, right? Like, that's just life. And sometimes we end up with the wrong person. But it doesn't mean that we're stuck with that person. And it doesn't mean that's the only love that we're going to have in life. We have to learn that. I mean, I found new love even though it was an old love, um, in my 50s. So, you never know. All right, let's read. I think I'm going to read Truth from Mother Mary because I feel like we have to live in our own truth. And those who cannot be truthful with us, like, I can't see you being satisfied in that. And I can't see you being caught in drama. Because I feel like, you're so loving. And you're meant to be, like you truly are the Empress's energy. But remember, the Empress doesn't let anybody pull the wool over her eyes, or they couldn't even if they tried. All right, truth. You drew this card because some truth is being hidden. Most likely, you are the one hiding it from yourself. How do you really feel about your present situation? This card counsels you to take an honest inventory, admitting your most vulnerable feelings to yourself. If someone isn't being forthright with you, you'll know within your heart. The first person that comes to mind is probably involved in this dishonesty. Sometimes people aren't truthful because their fears of conflict make them people please. Other times, dishonesty stems from a lack mentality, arising when individuals believe they have to take what they want because there's not enough to go around. So, again, they're putting themselves first. Take the time to sit quietly in meditation and ask God and Holy Spirit to reveal the truth about your present situation. Although truth it has a subjective component, and opinions about the same situation will vary from person to person, there is a need for greater honesty in order to heal and resolve the present situation. And it sits right next to watched over. Your spiritual team, Cancer. We could cut out this line right here, which I hope you do. It seems divine. It really does feel divine. Like I feel these readings and I feel the hardships in this second line. I feel it. And it doesn't feel good. And I do feel like the only way I can eliminate it is to eliminate it, to leave it, maybe even divorce it, definitely cutting ties with it. And I feel like that just opens up a whole new world. And here is the world, mirrored by the chariot, with the soulmates right underneath it. Can I truly have love that can last a lifetime? That's exactly what it's saying. But let's look at the Eight of Pentacles under that. It's also saying, love also takes work. And if you're willing to put focus on that love, then that love will just continue to grow and grow and grow. But it does need both of our focuses, right? But both definitely want that. And how could they not? Because then we have the Four of Wands over here. So some of you may be saying, I no longer do. And then eventually saying, I do, but to someone different. Now, you don't have to be saying I do because, I'm not married, but I'm definitely in love. So that's what, to me, that's what it's saying to you, I feel. All right. I think I'm going to leave that be. I don't want to overthink it. I don't want to overread it. Because I feel like that's what it's asking me. Like, don't overread it, Sandy. Because it feels very clear. I do want to remind you that I do feel like the second line, if I don't, like if I stay in that energy, which is your choice, but it feels like how could I then enjoy all that divine wants to bring to me? And remember, it is your energy that's changing your life because I'm not accepting this any longer. I am going to take this ace and I'm going to fly with it. I am going to start a new chapter. And lo and behold, I just might find the love of my life in that chapter. And the soulmates is not only married by the king, but the empress. So the empress will take that love and she will grow it. But both of them will. All right, guys. I think I'm going to leave it there. And I'm sorry I did Leo's before yours. It's just I felt really pulled to do Leo's. And sometimes that happens where I feel like, oh no, I need to do this sign. So, but you know, this feels like the perfect timing though. There's a lot of hardship in this reading, but there's a lot of beauty and a lot of love and a lot of abundance in this reading. And you need to look at it all. You know what I mean? Like, you need to look at the big picture of it all so that you can better take these aces, take love, and grow it to unbelievable places. All right. And I say that because I love you guys so much that I only want the very best for you. All right. I'm going to let that be. I love you guys. Thank you. I have so much gratitude for you. Truly. I love that you trust me with your readings. And I do get a lot of comments that say, love, 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 love. Well, listen, this doesn't feel like it's love right off the bat. It feels like it's talking about you building up your life. You believing in yourself and knowing that you can take these aces and truly be so successful, not just in your money, but in your whole life. Okay. Thank you guys. I'll see you either tonight or tomorrow on the lives, or I'll see you next time at our table. Bye bye.